Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending on what time you're watching this, what part of the road you're in. This is Chris again, the Watch Lounge, coming with another video. Today's topic is a topic video, quick wristwatch check. I am indeed wearing that RZE chronograph that Travis kindly sent in for the channel to check out and review. Look for a full review of this guy coming up pretty soon. But today's topic is probably going to be a little bit controversial, I guess. I've been thinking about this video, debating about this video, and I figured why not. I might end up losing a few subscribers of this, but who cares? This video is titled 3 Invictas that I actually like. Now, I know there are those of you that are really big Invicta fanboys, fangirls, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. But as you know, Invicta within the watch community is not really it's kind of a frowned upon brand among most of us. Basically because they do kind of homages to almost everything. Of course, I won't say what brand. We all know what brand they're doing homages to, guys. But these are 3 watches that I feel like are made really decent and really decent prices, guys. And they're nothing you should scoff at. And I have no problem with the homage. At least they don't, slap on the Rolex name or the other company's name on there. They have Invicta written all over the dial. They definitely let you know that it is an Invicta. That's about one of the only things I don't like about these said watches. And then the third watch that I do like from Invicta is actually an homage to its own self. It's an homage to an actual Invicta that was made back in the day, back in the 50s, 60s, I believe, if I'm correct, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong down there. But Invicta overall is, like I said, kind of frowned upon in the community as a whole, just because they make the big Russian divers and they have the whole price scamming thing going on where they'll sell their watches on QVC. They'll claim they're $1,500, slash down to $250, when in reality we know they're really only worth about $100, $200, whatever the end user is willing to pay for it. And they make the uneducated, the usual non-watch buyer kind of cognizant, I guess is a word. I might be making up words here, guys. But they kind of make them think that they're buying something that they're really not. So that's why they get kind of a bad rap among the watch community. Now, again, these are 3 watches that are really clean, really well made, and they have gotten a lot of hit or miss among the watch community, among the watch crowd. And for one reason or another, and again, I have no problem with homage, just as long as it doesn't slap the R name all over it, and say it is that. It's definitely not that, which they definitely don't do. So these are 3 well-made watches for the price. 3 made, and you can get them at any collector's level. You can get that look that you want to go for at a fraction of the price. You can even test drive these watches for a fraction of the price before you want to jump up to that other brand, per se. And then if something happens to them, you really don't have to worry about them, guys. Like I said, I just feel like they kind of get a bad rap for no reason. I feel like it's a brand that's coming back to its own, I guess you could say. I don't know whether it's new marketing, if they have newer ownership that are watch people, but they're starting to make more watch people watches. So I kind of feel like this is a brand to kind of keep an eye out and be on the lookout for in the next couple of years, as I think they will make a lot more cooler watches. I guess cooler, more catered to the watch crowd, i.e. UI. So it is pretty cool that they're doing this. Some of the recent remakes that they've done is pretty cool. Now there are... of course, the first one that I'm going to mention is the Invicta Pro Diver. We all know this piece, and there's a lot of us that have probably owned this piece. I've owned 2 or 3 different Invicta Pro Divers in my lifetime, guys, and there's nothing wrong with the watch at all. Fits great, wears great. Excuse me. Fits great, wears great. Looks decent. The only thing I don't like is it has the Invicta written all over the case. Which Squally does the same thing, as we know. They have Squally written all over the case, guys. There's some companies that are known for that. But they are reliable. For under $100, you can't beat the Seiko NH movement that most of them come with. And I have seen some people have said some come with ETA, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong down there. And I'll throw out pictures of all the other ones of said watches I'm talking about as I'm talking about them, so you don't have to see my ugly mug. But basically, the Pro Diver comes in all kind of different iterations. You can get it in the bluesy, the two-tone. You can get it in pretty much whatever iteration you can think of. Invicta has it. They also have a quartz version that's usually a lot cheaper, and it sells for about $40, $50 sometimes on sale. So if you're lucky, you can pick them up on sale and get them even cheaper, guys. And there is also a whole modding community on these. These watches are really cool, especially, like I said, for under $100. You can't really beat them. And don't let anybody hate on it. if it's what you want to buy, go ahead and buy it. And if it starts you into loving other watches like our brands, mainstream watches like this, I mean, if it gets you into that, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. And at the end of the day, we're all wearing watches. We should enjoy what we wear, regardless of the name or the brand or the cost. That's kind of a point I'm getting across. Now, the next one, of course, is the Invicta 1953, which is, of course, an homage to another said brand, which I'm not gonna. You guys know which one it's homage to. I have no experience with this one because, unfortunately, when I went to go buy it before, it has been sold out. You know, if somebody wants to send me a 1953, you hit me on an email and I'll take a look at it, review it. I do believe my buddy Indalecio picked up one. If you're watching this, Indalecio, you want to send this in, send yours in for review, let me know. I'd definitely be happy to take a look at it. Now, I do believe the 1953 is a little bit bigger than the Pro Diver, so that might throw off some people, and I do believe it comes with a Seiko movement, and you're talking about $200, $300, a little bit more, and it's usually sold out really quick whenever they come in. I think they're starting to be available or made available a little bit more. So overall, pretty cool look, pretty cool design. Again, I'll throw up pictures here. And it's definitely something, if you want that look and you don't want to pay the whole price of the retail, definitely go that route. Now, the third one is the Invicta, the Pulsometer watch. It's like a doctor's watch, and it's based off of their own design back in the 60s, which I have seen some actual vintage ones go for about $3-4 grand. And this one runs on a Seiko Mecha quartz movement, I believe. And these are usually right around $200-300 when they are available, which for comparative to something like this that runs on Mecha quartz, pretty good comparison, price comparison, if you like that look. And it has that kind of old school, kind of retro vibe, guys. And it has that kind of retro feel, and it's pretty cool, unique take on a chronograph, as it does have the doctor's instruments. I'm not a doctor, so I don't pretend to know how to operate it or what it does specifically, but I do like the aesthetics of the watch. But those were 3 Invictus that I like, guys, and I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate. A lot of keyboard warriors gonna go down in the comments, right? No Invicta for me, blah 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 blah. But if you take a look at these guys, just have an open mind, take a look at the watches, see what they're like, and just go check them out for yourself, guys. You find most of these on Amazon or online, if you can, if not elsewhere, guys. And just don't pay the overpriced hype prices. That's the only negative I have on the brand, is their, well, besides they have, to me, some gaudy watches, but to each his own. I mean, my taste differs from yours. If I don't like a watch that you have, or you don't like a watch that I have, that doesn't mean we still can't get along, guys. Basically, I like these 3 watches because they're clean look. They have that watch vintage or that watch vibe kind of thing going on. And a lot of the others are a little bit too gaudy, too big for my personal taste, guys. But again, like I said, that doesn't mean that they haven't started a whole lot of other... I know there's a couple other YouTubers out there that started collecting watches because of Invicta, and because they didn't know better when they started buying watches. But hey, now they're on YouTube. They're a couple of your favorite YouTubers, and they shall remain nameless, so I'm not going to name drop. We all know who they are, guys. They've mentioned in their videos before. So, like I said, don't throw out Invicta as a brand, as a whole. Chances are, if you look at something, you'll probably find something that you like. And again, you can't really beat the price with the Seiko movement. And if you have to get it serviced, whatever, it's just a Seiko NH movement or a Seiko Mecha Quartz movement, guys. You don't really have to service the Mecha Quartz. But otherwise than that, that's the only qualms I have with the brand. And it seems like I think they're a brand that's going to be picking up in the next year or two and coming out with some more cooler releases, guys. Now, I know you say they're not original, but, I mean, if that's where the money is, you can't really blame the brand. And these are actually available, guys, so let me know again what you think in the comments. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, as I do make topic videos like this all the time, and make wristwatch reviews from micro brands to mainstream brands to luxury brands, everything in between. And I also do live streams, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.